Have you ever lost a 1 versus 1 because you literally couldn't see the enemy hiding in the shadows? Today's video might just change the way you play Call of Duty Mobile forever, because these are the hidden settings inside the game that 90% of players don't even touch. And yet, they're the difference between getting wiped out or becoming the guy everyone spectates in awe. You know that feeling when someone kills you from the corner of a dark room and you're sitting there like, where? I literally didn't see anyone. It's not your eyes, mate. It's the game's settings. There's one setting that single-handedly fixes this nightmare, and it's called enemy recognition. By default, it's turned off, which means if someone uses a dark-themed operator skin and hides in a shadow, they're basically Thanos. But here's the good news. When you turn enemy recognition on, enemies start glowing slightly. Not like a cartoon glow, but just enough to make them visible even in dark corners. Go to settings then, basic scroll down and look for enemy recognition and turn it on. Once you do that, you'll immediately notice how much easier it is to spot campers inside buildings, especially in maps like Standoff or Terminal. You'll start pre-aiming before they even peek, and that's when you know you're not getting cooked anymore. Imagine all the matches you lost just because you couldn't see your enemy. Not because your aim was bad, but because the game was hiding them. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. Because the next setting affects everything about how you see the combat, and if you mess this one up, even a pro player can start missing easy shots. I'm talking about the FOV settings. Think of FOV as how wide your camera sees. The higher your field of view, the more you can see around you, perfect for spotting enemies on your flank. But there's a twist. When you increase it, everything around you starts to look smaller, and that can seriously mess with your aim if you're not used to it. See, a wider FOV gives you situational awareness, but also changes how fast your game feels. Your character appears to move faster, your sensitivity feels different, and your brain suddenly thinks you've turned into Usain Bolt. But in reality, it's just the camera stretching the world. So what's the best FOV? If you're playing on a smaller screen, say a regular phone, keep it between 60 to 70. That gives you enough visibility without turning everything into tiny ants. If you're on a bigger phone or tablet, push it up to 75 or 80 max. Beyond that, you'll lose precision and possibly your sanity. And please, don't go 90 just to feel like you're playing on a GoPro. You'll start seeing your gun like it's 2 kilometers away. Here's where most players mess up. They tweak FOV and forget to adjust their sensitivity afterwards. Then they hop into ranked and wonder why their crosshair's flying like it's doing parkour. Your FOV directly affects how fast your camera feels, so before changing it, note down all your old settings. Screenshot it, tattoo it on your arm if you must, just don't lose it. But hang on, this brings us to the next setting. A tiny checkbox that could literally hurt your eyes if you misuse it. Let's talk about Sync FOV. Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. If you've ever played for an hour and felt your eyes burning or your screen looked oddly stretched, this might be why. Sync FOV basically forces your aim downside FOV to match your regular one. Sounds consistent, but here's the catch. It messes with your visual comfort. When you aim, your brain expects a zoom effect, a focused view, but when Sync FOV is on, that zoom doesn't happen and your eyes start working overtime trying to focus on tiny moving targets. Result? Instant eye strain. So my honest advice, keep Sync FOV off unless you're on a large screen device like an iPad or a gaming tablet. Those screens can handle it comfortably. Your phone can't. Trust me, I've been there. Eyes red, tears forming like I just watched the saddest anime ending ever. Not worth it. So do yourself a favor. Leave that setting off. Alright, so far we've fixed how you see the game. Now let's talk about how you hear it. Because if visuals win you fights, audio saves your life. Every pro player, literally everyone, relies on sound cues. Footsteps, gun reloads, glass breaking. These things give away enemy positions before they even appear on your screen. But here's the kicker. Most casual players can't hear any of that because of one small detail. Ambient sound. Ambient sound adds background noise, birds, wind, random map hums. It's basically audio decoration. And while it makes the game sound realistic, it also hides crucial enemy sounds. So what do? Go to audio settings, ambient sound, turn it off. Now your game will sound cleaner and sharper. But, and here's a big but, don't turn it completely off. Because if someone breaks a window, throws a grenade or opens a door, you won't hear that either. So keep it around 10 to 15%. That's the sweet spot, enough to keep important sound cues alive while removing useless background noise. We all love beautiful graphics, but here's the dark truth. High graphics don't make you a better player. In fact, they can make you worse. You ever die and think, bro, where did that shot even come from? Sometimes high graphics literally block visibility. Things like extra shadows, bloom effects, or detailed textures can hide players in plain sight. Meanwhile, the guy who's running on low graphics is seeing everything crystal clear. So if you want performance over prettiness, here's what you do. Set graphics quality, low or medium, and frame rate, max or ultra. The game will instantly feel smoother, your shots will register better, and your reaction window will widen. And that's how you turn from casual player to actual threat. That wraps up part 1 of the From Noob to Pro series. We've covered the essential gameplay changing settings. But in the next episode, we're diving deeper. Aim precision, sensitivity conversions, hidden camera tricks, and pro tier movement customizations. If you thought this episode made your gameplay better, wait till you see what comes next. So do this right now. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss part 2.